Ahoy! And welcome to the Boating Hour with Captain Rick. The Boating Hour brings you the latest and greatest essential information about everything that sails, floats, or motors upon the high seas of Southern California. From landlubbers to old salts, there'll be something for everyone. So climb aboard and get ready to sail with Captain Rick.
Ahoy out there, and welcome to the Boating Hour. I'm Captain Rick, and I want to thank you for joining us here on AM 870. We're here every Saturday at 4 p.m., and please be sure to visit us on the web at theboatinghour.com. And now all over social media on Instagram and Facebook, YouTube. So make sure you visit us on social media. Thanks to our sponsor for our show today. For a healthy gut, the best probiotic on the market, Livia One Probiotics, natural, organic, and allergen-free. Today, we have a guest for you, Laura from the Seal Beach Yacht Club. Laura, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
It's really exciting. Now, I met you at the SCYA event where your club, let's start out with your club because you got this prestigious award. It's very exciting, and I got a nice photo of you holding the award, which looks like a fisherman. And I want you to tell me about the award that you guys got from the Southern California Yachting Association.
Excellent. So the reason that we got that, we received two awards that day, and I believe they kind of run in tandem with each other. One was for the most amount of staff Commodores present at the SCYA meeting. The second one was, it had to do with a percentage of how many staff Commodores are still living and at the meeting. I believe that's how it works.
Well, that's exciting. So it's really almost like a participation award. You know, that's one of the things that happens with a lot of yacht clubs. People get so involved and then they fall off and they move, They retire. So that really is an accomplishment to see so many people that are still around and that are active. That's really tremendous. And your Seal Beach was, weren't you the Yacht Club of the Year a couple years past?
We were Yacht Club of the Year 2020, 2022, and we're hoping to do it again this year.
That's wonderful. Well, let's talk a little bit about Seal Beach Yacht Club because Seal Beach is, adjacent to Los Alamitos. And weren't you considered at one time the original Sin City?
Seal Beach was, yes, it was. There was a lot of things that were happening right off the pier. This is like in the 20s.
Yeah, the 20s.
Things have changed.
Yeah, things have changed, and now it's an amazing, absolutely amazing, pristine place. So if I win the Super Lotto, I think I might move down there and retire and just enjoy I tell you what, some of the best scenery, some of the most beautiful neighborhood in Southern California. Absolutely amazing. I love it. So you're so fortunate to live there. Let's talk about Seal Beach Yacht Club because you got quite a lot of activities. And, you know, what you guys were founded in the 60s, right?
We were founded in 1961. Our club is located in Long Beach, right on the other side of the jetty. Seal Beach is where we were chartered in 1961, but we didn't have a location. And as you know, Seal Beach is a beach and not a harbor.
Right.
So we couldn't really have a yacht club here. So we traveled around locally for just right around this little area, and then ended up in the location that we're in, which is 225 North Marina in Long Beach. But it's about a mile away from my house, so it's really close to Seal Beach.
That's great. Well, I tell you something, that when no one's looking, let's build a little harbor there.
Yeah, we've had members, actually, original members, the original flag members that wanted to do that. They wanted to fund a yacht club in Seal Beach. It just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, I guess so. It'd be hard to put a break wall there and a pier, and boy, I tell you, that's amazing. So tell us some of the things that you guys do, and what talk about the membership and the different programs going on, because you've got you sponsor some amazing regattas, and I know you've got some great activities going on there.
Right. So we start the year, and we started off with a bang. With this year, we had an all-female flag. So that was the first time of that, and we moved forward kind of using that a little bit, calling ourselves the Blonde Brigade.
That's great.
But like I said, 1961, we have so many programs going. We have something, and actually we're an all-volunteer club, except, of course, for our food service and our bartenders. But everybody else is basically a volunteer. And when we look at what we have going on, we have so much activities. We start with Monday Night Football. We have a Taco Tuesday. We have we added another Thursday Night Football, which is kind of a different feel down in our cantina. Friday night, we have a Friday night dinner. We have a Saturday night dinner. We have a Sunday night grill your own, where you bring your own protein and we sell you a plate for $8 and give you a potato and whatever we have in the kitchen to clean out. So we're pretty much going all the time. We've got about 400 members currently.
Wow, that's
and considering that we're I don't want to say we're a no frills, but everybody brings their own special talent to our club.
That's fantastic. That's exciting about having an all-female, a bridge. And it's there's some tremendous females. I think in the past, I learned this when I went to Los Angeles Yacht Club. They've been around 120 years, and
right.
the prestigious Peggy Slater Award, which is
yes.
which I've covered some of the recipients of that most recently. The young gals that won that, and they're very, very active. But when I went to Los Angeles Yacht Club, and they're building like a museum in their big conference room, the Peggy Slater was a tremendous yachtswoman, and she taught Humphrey Bogart how to sail. And there was an article in the local paper that Humphrey Bogart, who was known as a yachtsman, known as a sailor, learned at the Los Angeles Yacht Club with Peggy Slater, who they now have a very prestigious award. So a lot of the women in the past, and of course, the women on the water is very popular. So that's not. I'm not surprised to see all female crew, because the women have not in the past gotten the credit. But that is fantastic. And I talked to a lot of women when I was had the Coast Guard shows in May. A lot of very accomplished women they were coasties. So I talked to them, and I featured the Coast Guard. They were featured in the Armed Service Parade this year, and also at Fleet Week at the Battleship Iowa. So a lot of tremendous women. The Coast Guard, by the way, is 42% female right now. So
that's fantastic. Yeah,
and they have a lot of commanders of some of the cutters. So tell me about some of the regattas that you got going on. I mean, you know something? Let's talk about the Transpac. The Transpac participant from your club.
Transpac. We had, hold on a second, I just had my notes. We had Night's Watch that sailed under our burgee, and they won third position in Transpac. They're a 43-foot J130. It was very exciting to have that.
A J boat, my goodness, J boats are tremendous boats. Do you have a lot of mix between sailors and cruisers and power boaters and even fishermen? What's the makeup? 400 members. That's a healthy club.
We have it seems it's funny because at a monthly membership meeting, when they come in and announce themselves, and then they say, well, what kind of boat do you have? And then it's power, and the whole crowd goes, yay, yay, yay. And then if they say sailboat, everybody's like, yay, yay, yay. So it's kind of funny. It feels like it used to be heavier sail, but now I think it's about the same. And we have wonderful cruises. We have an excellent rear Commodore this past year that took care of all of our cruises, and she brought people that were not boaters or didn't have a boat. We do have some members that are in that condition, and they were former boaters or it just isn't their life right now. So she opened up our cruises to working with the local hotels so that people could come. They can hang out on the dock with everyone, and then just instead of sleeping on their boat, they slept in a hotel. So that was really nice. And that when you cruise, that's really where you get to know all of your members, because you're right there on the dock with them. We set up chairs, lawn chairs, and you're all spread out on the dock. And everyone brings something, and it's very camaraderie and pride in our club when we do that and we visit another club.
One thing I always liked about clubs, and I think the reason why in the early days, of course with my father and the family that I grew up with, they were all members of clubs. But I'm particularly excited about the reciprocals. So what I did is I travel a lot. as a photographer and in my business locally. And it seems that I'm more welcome at clubs when I visit than at my own clubs. When I walk into my own clubs, I've been race committee in one club and Commodore of another, and they're like, hello, Rick. I don't get the cheers the norm. Hey, I don't get that. But when I walk into another club, they're like, oh, where are you from? And people treat me, and I even the club in Havana, what was it? The Havana Miramar. I forgot the Cuban club. I've traveled, to Europe. I was even in Azerbaijan once, and it was a photography assignment. I didn't know anything about, that community, and all of a sudden they found out, and I almost got on the water too, but between the job and the weather, I didn't. But I'm welcome all over, so that's really exciting. And then I've talked a lot about clubs that they welcome people that don't have boats and have youth programs where the families don't realize that they could get their kids involved in youth programs. And they, the parents don't have to be, wealthy and with boats. So let's talk. Do you guys have active youth programs at your club?
We actually used to, but then it was difficult for us to find coaches. Oh. And to be perfectly honest, I joined our club through the youth program. My son, I was looking for something for my son to do, and he was a lifeguard, a junior lifeguard for a long time, and we had a boat in the bay. Oh. And passed the sign that said Seal Beach Yacht Club Juniors, and we joined, and I'm still here. So, he's 31 years old now, but we have taken that. We do have a nonprofit for our juniors, but we've kind of taken that and reimagined that organization. And what we're doing now is we're going to be renting out, and this is still working right now, but we're going to be renting out we just got another sailboat. For our members that don't have a boat or are interested in learning how to sail or a smaller boat. And then we also have a Boston whaler. Oh, we've got hopes that we'll one day get a Duffy, and then that way we have it for our members. And for a small subscription fee or whatever, they would that would help maintain the boat. And it's right there in our harbor. So that's our future plans.
Well, any regatta you have, if you need me to assist or help or volunteer on the coach's boat or the Markset boat, I'm happy to do that. You mentioned Duffy. We're going to be talking about Duffy next week and the next coming up weeks. Duffy, the new dealers in the Ventura, Oxnard, and Westlake Village are my good friends Howard and Chrissy. I'm going to get them on the show. I'm trying to get Duffy himself on the show. He's still going strong. They're trying to, reinvent the business and modernize it a little bit. It's, of course, an iconic brand known all over the world. At one time, he created something that you see everywhere, lakes and rivers and people that have docks outside their houses. So Duffy is an amazing guy, and I really want to feature them a little bit. But we're talking about an event, possibly a live event, next month, maybe this month, and we're going to talk all about Duffy. So if you'd like to get a Duffy boat out there for a race committee, let me know. Put one on the trailer and come down there and try to get the Duffy people down there too, because, boy, what an iconic company. It's just absolutely tremendous, and their boats are beautiful. You can't water ski on them, though.
No, you can't. You can't take them very far out in the ocean.
Yeah,
unless you have a very long cord.
But they're absolutely gorgeous. When you come to the lakes, especially when you're in, Ventura and Oxnard and some of these places, they're absolutely beautiful boats. But that's we'll see. We'll announce that next week. Hopefully get them on the show as well. But God, that is so exciting. Let's talk about So you mentioned how you got into the club. Did you grow up sailing or boating? And tell me how you got interested in the the marine life.
To be perfectly honest, my husband grew up here in Southern California. I'm a New Yorker.
Oh, okay.
And, even though I grew up on Long Island, which is an island and with water all around us, it wasn't in my wheelhouse at all to be on the water. And he's a transplant to New York, and he's a big sailor, grew up sailing in Alameda Bay. And then when we had the family events, brought us back to Seal Beach. And so we just basically have had a boat the whole time we've been here for, different boats. We've gone to power boats, sailboats, and trailerable boats. So it wasn't me, it was my husband. And then that went down to my son.
Now, is your son still involved? Is he competing, sailing, racing, or boating?
He is not. He is an architect, and he is busy building buildings.
Oh, no kidding.
Skyscrapers. So,
well, I tell you something. That's who we call when we try to build our dock in Seal Beach and our little marina. We'll build a dock in a marina and a nice clubhouse right on the beach. Boy, Seal Beach is so wonderful. Boy, I tell you.
That's right. He'll take care of it.
Yeah. So, do you on the regattas that are
That's
they?
what I wanted to go to.
Yeah. Let's talk about the regattas.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the club regattas.
So we have a Pop Tops that happens every Thursday. We have Saturday sailors, Sunday sailors, but the Pop Tops is the one that it takes the most amount of energy. So we have approximately anywhere from 25 to 35 boats that go out and sail every Thursday for 4 months, beginning in May. We end in September, beginning of October. And we have 4 series. And all those boats go out, all of these volunteers that happen from our club, from committee boat to, we have a big, huge burger bash when they get back. And then, so we have that. We have finish line. All of these members participate in this, and these people, these skippers, come out every single week and do this. They leave the dock about 5 o'clock. They usually get back about 7 or 8 o'clock, and then come back to our club. And then, they're all sailors. They're all talking about the experience. So. It's really wonderful.
I've heard people say, active sailors and people that have won regattas, that said they're in it for the post parties. They only sail so they can sail to the after parties. And I think that's going to be me next time around on Transpac. I think I'll fly to Hawaii with my camera, and I'll come early so people can see me. I'll rent a boat in the dock and I'll walk off the boat. But yeah,
and then somehow it magically will get back, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it's a long haul. That really is. I consider that the holy grail, and we've had a lot of people that have talked about Transpac. That's great. Do you have a weekly weekly weekend and during the week regattas that go on throughout?
The weekly is the Pop Tops, as I was mentioning.
Oh, okay, that is a weekly.
That is a weekly, and hold on 1 second. Then we have Saturday sailors at certain points of the year, and then Sunday sailors is the other. We also participate. Our club participates heavily in Newport to Ensenada.
I've seen Seal Beach. Actually, I've seen Seal Beach members in all kinds of regattas. I think you've got some people that come up for the Burger Stein. I've seen that periodically. So you got really what we haven't done. We haven't plugged how we reach Seal Beach Yacht Club. What's the website? What's the contact info?
Oh, www.slbyc.com. And we threw an L in there because it's SLBYC, because Santa Barbara is older than we are, so they were able to get those to get BYC.
Oh,
so
I see. So you threw the L in there. So SL for Seal. SLBYC. Oh, okay.
Right.
That's easy.
Right.
That's easy. Yeah, easy enough, man. I like the Santa Barbara Club, but it's just a restaurant.
Well, we have quite a community, and then also what we did this year downstairs in our downstairs floor, we built a cantina.
Oh,
so we used to have just our top dining room, and then we have a patio that goes outside, which fits about the dining room max about 120, 150 people. The patio fits another probably about 50 people, and then we built a cantina downstairs. Took an area, reclaimed an area that was kind of a library-ish, and we put a bar down there, and we've got a fireplace in there, and it's just like this nice little cantina. And we have service down there for drink and for food, and everybody's enjoying it. We're just really, enjoying. We have a lot of room in our club for our members.
God, that really is exciting. Well, will you be at the SCY event in January when Kathy St. Amant, who's a tremendous racer and sailor, and I've helped her with some of the women's programs, and she's current Commodore of one of my yacht clubs is Marina Yacht Club, and she is she'll have some honors because she becomes. Does she become Vice Commodore or is she Commodore? What is she this year?
I thought she was Commodore.
Yeah, okay, that's right. So
coming into Commodore.
She's Vice Commodore this year, and so she will be Commodore, and then she's being put into the IOBG, International Order of the Blue Gavel.
Right.
So we'll have that function, and that will be at Westlake Yacht Club, where my friends that have the Duffy Boat dealership are from. So I'm going to.
Oh, excellent!
I'm going to introduce you to them. I will be at that wonderful event. Congratulations on your club. Good luck in being a Club of the Year as well. That's such an exciting thing. And one of these days, I'm just going to talk just about what it takes to be Club of the Year, because you have to be so active in so many things.
Yeah.
It's quite an honor to have that displayed. When I see that at a club, there's a lot of activity going on. Wow, this is fantastic. So Seal Beach Yacht Club, SLBYC, one of the tremendous yacht clubs down in Long Beach, but Seal Beach Yacht Club, 400 members. That's really a healthy club. Let me ask you, during the lockdowns and the pandemic that's been took us for a couple of years. Did your club survive? Did you have trouble with members? Were you growing or shrinking? How did you guys survive that?
I think you and I are exactly on the same wavelength, because I was just going to mention this. In 2020, this is my second run at Commodore. I was Commodore in 2020. It was a very difficult time.
Yeah.
But that Club of the Year criteria, we used that to drive what we were able to do with our members. So we took their criteria for all the different things that we had to do to accomplish getting Club of the Year, and we ended up kind of moving it around so that we could do it with safe distancing and all the things that we were able to do. And we won in 2020 Club of the Year, and we won a special pandemic award.
Oh, you're kidding!
So we did very, very well in 2020.
That's fantastic.
But, at that time, I'm sitting there looking at, we can't get toilet paper. We can't do these things. Our members are, they're older members. And myself and the Vice Commodore went to our supplier, got all of the supplies, and then we did all the shopping for our members, and they bought the toilet paper they needed and whatever else they needed from us. And that was and I went out there myself and put it in their car. And we just kind of used that to what can we do and how can we serve our members. We started walks in the evening. My maiden name is Walker, so we started, Commodore's Walks.
Oh, Commodore Walker's Walks.
Yes, exactly. So we did all kinds of things and that we could do safely.
That's fantastic. A lot of clubs.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs grew during that time because camping and boating is something that they can do. And I'm a COVID Commodore myself. Usually when people get awards or they're involved in clubs, I congratulate them and thank them for the activities and their service. But when they become Commodore, I always offer my condolences because you're the one everyone complains to. So
100%.
Yeah, congratulations for being involved in such a wonderful club. My condolences for being a repeat Commodore, because it certainly is not enough time in the day. That's fantastic. Well, thanks for being a guest on the show. I greatly appreciate it. There's going to be some wonderful stuff on the website, and I'll come down to the club and visit you. This is wonderful. And see you, of course, at the SCYA event at Westlake Yacht Club in January.
I will be there. My hotel's booked.
That's fantastic. Well, that's all the time that we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed our show. As always, we're so very fortunate to have such wonderful and exciting guests. Lots of exciting stuff coming up every week till the end of the year. And let's not forget the Coasties, protecting our waters, America's lifesavers and guardians of the sea. Be sure to find us and subscribe on social media, now on YouTube, Instagram, Rumble, and Facebook. We need your support. So find us on social media and give us a like and subscribe to keep the program going. Remember, if you do it right and follow the guidelines and safety precautions, there's no place like being out on the water in the fresh air and sunshine in beautiful, sunny Southern California. Here at the Boating Hour with Captain Rick, we cover everything that sails, motors, and floats from San Diego to Santa Barbara. Thanks for being with us today. Please be sure to join us next week and every Saturday at 4 p.m. on AM 870. Thanks to our sponsor for the show today. For a healthy gut, Livia One Probiotics. And don't forget to visit us on the web at theboatinghour.com. Keep your emails coming. This is Captain Rick. Thanking our guests for today from the Seal Beach Yacht Club. Ahoy and fair winds to all.